Hello. Today we're going to talk about how to reconnect with your partner after a fight. Hi, I'm Emma Coble. I am a licensed professional counselor who sees women with trauma and couples with trauma who are disconnected in online throughout Colorado and Florida. And if you ever feel kind of powerless to reconnect, maybe you've had a fight with your partner and you feel sort of like you want to come back together, you want to be at that loving, warm place again, but you just don't know how to do it. It feels still tense, or it feels like there's sort of this barrier. We're going to talk about that today, sort of how to move through that and come back together as a couple. So, really, the truth of the matter is conflict is not a problem. Like, all couples have conflict. Conflict is a very normal thing, and it's healthy and it's good. The issue is how we come back together and reconnect. All relationships, it's a constant movement between connection and disconnection and coming together and having ruptures in that connection that we have. And so this is really important for maintaining the health of your relationship. So this feels, by the way, fights feel so hard because first of all, our partners are often our attachment figures as adults. Like, they are the people that we feel they're the highest stakes with them. They see us better and know more about us often than anyone. It's the most vulnerable relationship we really have throughout our lives. So when there's a threat in that relationship, it's not just about like whether or not the laundry got done or whether someone was a few minutes late to pick up the kids from practice. It's really about our core needs of like, am I safe in the universe? Is this person here for me? Can I trust? Am I loved for exactly who I am? So that's why this is so hard. It's not about the surface level things that the fight seems to be about. So if it feels really hard for you, just know like you're not crazy, you're not alone in that. The first thing to do with all kind of conflict and fights that you might get into is to really take a moment and try, and oftentimes you're both just regulated. So the first thing for you to do is to work on regulating, even just momentarily, regulating your nervous system. So taking a few deep breaths, maybe asking for a pause in the conversation if the conversation is still going on, maybe journaling your feelings, checking in with your body, processing with a friend. So take a moment to sort of come back to what's going on in your body and regulating and calming as much as you can so that you can kind of do the next steps and come back and reconnect. Then really start to reflect on what was happening for you. So notice maybe what you were feeling underneath, if there was frustration or anger or defensiveness or annoyance. What was the feeling underneath that? Was there some kind of fear or sadness or grief? Really think about the deeper, like primary vulnerable emotions that might have been going on underneath that are sometimes harder to express than anger or annoyance or frustration. Once we know that, true connection is a lot easier because our partners are able to understand and empathize a lot better with that vulnerable primary emotion than they are with the anger or defensiveness that might be coming out. The next is to reach out to your partner for repair. So let them understand your experience and be open to their experience using I statements. So the first thing is like, when you're trying to do this, so rather than, which I know it can be really tough, but rather than saying something like, you know, you were late and you're always late and you don't give a crap about me or whatever, try to speak from your experience. So saying something like, you know, when you were late to pick up the kids, I felt scared. And I felt scared because I worried that I got fearful because I'm scared of not having a partner be here for me and of not being taken care of or not being seen or not being important. What I really want is to feel like I can trust that you're going to be there for me. And what I did and then own your part is, rather than dive into that and understand that, I got angry and I yelled and I'm sorry, but that came from a place of me feeling really overwhelmed in the moment. So speak from this soft place, not justifying or trying to explain what you did, but explaining the deeper vulnerable emotions and owning your part in how things kind of went off track. Also be curious about their experience. So asking for them what was going on for them in the moment. The next thing is understanding how this might fit into your cycle in general. So, in EFT therapy, which is emotionally focused couples therapy, the idea is that no one person is bad, but the cycle that we tend to get into, this negative cycle of relating, where there tend to be patterns, that is the enemy that we want to really be working on. And so look at how this fits into your overall patterning, your overall cycle, and think about ways like that you could interrupt this in the future, and maybe name it with your partner, like, oh yeah, we were doing that thing again. I hate it when we do that. Like, darn, rather than making your partner the enemy here. Okay, the next one is try and once you feel close, again, after reconnecting in this way, try and create a new positive bonding moment together. So whether that is having sex or going for a walk or cuddling or watching a TV show or whatever, like doing something to establish for yourself like that safety and for your nervous system to feel safe and comfortable and grounded again with this person. And if you are needing help, if you're needing help identifying your cycle, getting out of the cycle, if it feels like you're so disconnected and you really can't figure out a way to connect, I totally understand. And I'm here to help. If you live in Colorado or Florida, reach out for a free consultation and would love to chat with you. Thanks.